Welcome to another episode of Searching for McGuffin with your host, Marty.
Peter 2.
Peter 3.
Commander Erwin Smith. If the blood of the colossal titan was given to him instead of Armin, because I have both hands instead of
Spoilers for Attack on Titan,
Oh,
season
wow.
3.
Well, if you're on season 3, what season did they just finish?
4.6.
Part 3 of
4.6.
the final season.
The final season.
Oh,
The
20
final
years
season.
later.
Yeah, part 4.
Final season doesn't have a number. It's
Do you
just
think
called...
anyone got that title that we did in the episode?
No, I think many people missed it. In fact, I think they just moved on to the next episode.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I'm not going to get part 3. If there's... Where's part 2? These people don't know how to count. As you can see, we're dressed up for reasons.
Happy Hanukkah.
That is what we're celebrating. I mean, I'm not celebrating anything because I'm a good... No, oh, you seem confused. Yeah.
Hanukkah
When
was
is
in
Hanukkah?
December, yeah.
Yeah, it's in December.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw that Adam Sandler movie.
Eight,
I have no
Eight-
idea what
Does he
movie you're
sing?
talking
Does he, like, play
eight
guitar
crazy
in that one?
days?
Yeah,
Eight
what?
Crazy Nights?
Yeah,
Eight Crazy Nights,
That's
there
what
you
it's
go.
called. Eight Crazy Nights.
Something like that.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember anything.
Was
about
it animated?
Yeah, it was animated. Yeah.
Okay. I remember that, and I remember his performance that he played the guitar. Where he does
Yeah. Oh, the Hanukkah song.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the less successful but still funny second Hanukkah song. Yeah, there's another one. He like changes the lyrics. Like it's the same song, but he's just like he updates the pop culture references as time progresses.
So, not Hanukkah.
That's right, not Hanukkah.
okay.
That's coming. Maybe.
Hanukkah
Probably.
episode?
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, okay. Just the wrong H, I guess.
Yes, it is the wrong HE double hockey sticks. What are is anybody gonna say? Nobody's gonna jump in here? Why are we dressed up?
Oh,
It's a normal Friday for us.
it's just,
Casual Friday.
it's Friday today?
Yeah, it's casual Friday.
I love that you didn't even put any thought into what shirt you were wearing underneath your your scout robe cape.
My scout.
You look like a hobbit.
Yeah, you could just be a hobbit if you wanted.
I'm gonna be honest. You told me you were a scout, and I thought it was like the Boy Scouts or the Eagle Scouts. I wasn't really sure.
That's the Girl Scouts. Yes,
Oh.
cookies.
He's representing for the girls.
Now you're like Dr. Doom.
Now I look like Erwin. Arwen from Lord of the Rings.
I was like, isn't that what you said you were? You
You're
were
Legolas now.
okay.
Halloween.
Like by the time you listen to this episode, it either is or has passed October 31st. And for a lot of people around the world, that means a celebration. Around the world? Is that just an American tradition?
For a lot of people, somewhere in different places,
Okay. It's
Mm.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Now, me personally, I don't celebrate Halloween. I just didn't grow up that way. So I never trick or treated. Although when I became an adult and I got my own place, what I used to do is I used to go to the comic book shops and buy like all their bargain bin books or like stock up on the free comic book day comics that were left over. And then I would put them in front of my door and give them to kids as like reading materials. Like I thought that was super cool. It might have been super dorky and geeky, but there was some good comic books there. I figure they get enough candy, right?
Did people take it?
Yeah. I always like sold out. Like they finished all
That's
the
pretty cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
so you
I
would get, like,
appreciate that.
Batman, Superman. So I was like promoting literacy during
If you were just handing out like
trick or
books,
treating. Yeah, like pamphlets, like Jehovah's Witness. No, I'm just kidding.
You're handing out the Odyssey.
Yeah, the Gideon Bible. No, but it is a spooky season for me. Even though I don't celebrate Halloween, me
Scary.
personally, it is. Oh yeah, spooky, scary. It is the spooky, scary season. So it's always kind of just like in the like zeitgeist. I use that word a lot, but in the zeitgeist, and it's kind of the time to just curl up. Usually on October 31st, curl up, watch a spooky, scary movie. What do you guys have plans? Do you have plans? What is your tradition?
Considering it's on a Monday,
It's true.
probably be studying.
I'm gonna do homework.
Yeah, that is spooky. That is spooky
Yeah,
scary.
It does get scary.
No, I mean, I didn't grow up like it was like Halloween was, I guess, big in our
Mhm.
family.
Right.
I remember one time, like a couple of times, my mom, like I would like to dress up in a costume, like Buzz Lightyear or something, and go and get candy and stuff. I mean, I didn't really grow up liking candy, so somehow the candy would be eaten, but not really by me.
Interesting.
I just liked, I don't know, walking around in a costume. I always thought that was kind of cool.
It's like cosplay for kids, right?
Yeah. Just walking around and I don't know. There's just like a festive mood about it. Even though I think growing up, you kind of hear that it's like, I guess in certain circles, it's kind of frowned upon. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I enjoyed it as I got older in college, and you just have costume parties, and it's like you said, it's like cosplaying with your friends, and I find it funny, and I like the time, I guess, that it's at, like fall season, just like staying at home watching like movies and stuff like that. I think it's nice.
Actually, we attended a spooky, scary party recently. Link was there. Gabe was there. I was there. Dan didn't know it was happening. We forgot to tell him. He could have zoomed in. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Could have zoomed in.
Last week, well, it was last night for us, but last week, when our listeners, or viewers now, Link spoke a thing into existence. When our viewers and listeners hear this, we had a loss, not a little. We had a big loss in our family.
Yeah.
Anybody want to share any thoughts on that?
Who died?
My great grandmother, George's grandmother, passed away. Sadly, she lived a long life, and
She outlived the queen.
she outlived the queen. That is true.
Tata
That's
forever.
huge.
Yeah, born first, died last. So first one in, first one out. Wait, no, that's
Massive
not. That doesn't make sense. Actually,
Last one. Huh?
last one out, first one in, last one out.
You couldn't colonize her, queen.
I don't know.
You couldn't colonize Tata.
All right, that's one way to look at things.
Yeah, great grandma was certainly a character, and she definitely will be missed.
Yeah, I think we had some time. Like she said, she was 97 years old, so we had some time to kind of prepare for it. But a death is always spooky and scary in its own right, and you gotta grapple with another emotions. I think we'll talk a little bit about it later as the show progresses throughout the weeks, and it ties in with some of the topics we're gonna be looking at. But this isn't the first time our grandmother passed away.
Yeah, by our count, she's dead like 3 times.
Yeah,
She's died 3 times.
she's
for
basically
me.
like the Loki of the family, right?
She just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
I'm still not. The reason why I'm not as sad as you guys is because I think she's still alive.
Oh, you think she might still
Link
come
isn't
back?
convinced.
Yeah.
Like an alternate timeline multiverse?
No, she's alive in our time.
But this is the third time because like Loki went down like in each of the Thor movies, and then
She's
Like,
still back though.
I thought she died when I
Exactly,
was.
alternate timeline.
I thought she died when I was 8.
Yeah, what was that like?
Well, I would go over George's house when I was younger. My siblings, his wife, my sister, and my brother. We would go over there a lot. And every time I'd go, I'd see their George's grandmother, Gabriel's great grandma, Tata, and I'd always talk to her, And then one day, like she stopped showing up, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't think anything of it. And then years went by, and then I started to think, did I miss her funeral? Like, did no one tell me Tata died? But I didn't want to say anything because I felt like, oh,
How do you?
how do you exactly like? Because first of all, I never said my condolences, so I would have been
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to say anything. I'm just
will
gonna
never mention
pretend.
this ever again.
I'm just gonna pretend like this woman
Just didn't exist.
didn't
Like,
exist.
just erased her.
Yeah.
Who's the colonizer now?
And then just one day, I go to the kitchen to drink water, and Tata's there, and I'm like, Tata, I thought the Lord took you. What are you doing here? Apparently, she had moved to Virginia,
Yeah. She was weird.
but no one said anything, and now was moving back.
Oh, she moved to
The-
Virginia, so
Yeah. Well, actually, I think I think you might have thought that was a euphemism, right? For like, oh, she moved to Virginia.
Virginia, yeah.
Yeah.
My grandpa moved to Virginia.
Has he come back?
No, he's dead.
Virginia's just Valhalla. That's awesome.
For Americans.
My grandpa's Colombian.
Take me home.
But he lived in
Country
America.
roads.
Oh, okay.
We're a nation of immigrants, Link. Come on.
So yeah, man. So I thought she died when I was 8.
And then there was another time.
And there was another time.
The Infinity War one.
This is who's gonna tell this story?
I think you're gonna tell it.
This is not my story. I wish it were my story. I really do. I think this story is beautiful.
We actually called my brother, who is the subject of the story, and had him retell this to us just moments before we ran tape. So Link, I think, is gonna try to reconstruct it now.
Okay, so pretend that I am Tantan, George's brother.
Which none of you know.
None of
So
you know. His name is-
the reference point means nothing.
His name is Jonathan, but we call him Tantan, right? So I'm just gonna say it from his perspective, from first person, all right? So I'm gonna pretend I'm him.
You don't have to do a voice, please.
I won't do his
Don't
voice.
do the voice.
He's gonna do it.
No,
The
I-
ambivalence.
So I'm sleeping one day. It's 8 a.m. and my mom wakes me up, and she goes to me, "Hey, I need you to help me out
Wait, why are you sleeping at 8 a.m.?
because I'm lazy. I usually wake up at 9, but because I'm late. I wake up at 9 because I'm lazy and I go to work right on like at 9:30, right? But mom wakes me up at 8, and she tells me, "Hey, I can't say this story if you guys are laughing."
I'm sorry.
So then she goes to me, "Hey, I need you to help me out. Tata died in the tub." So I'm like, what? What's going on? Like, I thought she was kidding because this isn't the first time she's died. So I'm like, okay. So I go upstairs, I go to the tub, and I see her there, and she's wearing like this white dress in the shower, and she's laying down in the tub, and I saw that she wasn't moving. And then I realized, oh, she might actually be dead. So then mom tells me, hey, let's put her in her bed. So I pick her up. I fireman's carry her. And I don't know if you know this, but when you die, your body releases its bowel movements, right? At this point, I'm still not sure she's dead or not. So I pick her up and I put her in a fireman's carry. And as I'm walking, her bowel movements come out. She's literally pooping. And it falls on my feet. And I was ready just to drop her and go shower, but I couldn't because mom was there and I didn't want to. So I'm carrying her. I accidentally bump her head to the frame. There's poop everywhere. And I put her on the bed. And then I go shower. I go shower like 17 times because I couldn't. Like, it was the most disgusting thing in the world. So afterwards, I come down and I shower. I come down. I'm talking to dad. And then our sister, Tati, they call 911, right? So the ambulance is coming. After I shower, I'm there waiting with my dad. And out of nowhere, our sister, Tati, goes, oh, Tata's alive again. And I was like, what? How is that possible? Like, I saw her. I thought she's dead. Like, I picked her up. She pooped on me. How is she dead?
Such a casual comment.
How is she alive? You know, when I picked her up, it was like dead weight. That's how she felt. So they pick her up. So she said she's alive. She didn't die. I'm bamboozled. I'm floored. I don't know what's going on. The ambulance come. They tell her to stand up, you know, to move a little bit so that blood circulation just goes, you know, is throughout the whole body. And then as she's coming down, she's gloating. She's gloating. She said, yes, but it was not my time. The Lord did not take me this time. She's bragging about her it not being her time. He's like, not today, Satan. It's the Lord's time. Whenever the Lord decides to take me, that is when I will go.
You can't kill me.
You can't kill me.
I can't say
I'm
the rest, but
I'm a bad woman. And as this is going on, I'm confused. I don't know what's happening. And dad is next to me. And he asked me, hey, let me ask you a question. And I'm here thinking it's going to be a question about death, something deep, important. And he goes, hey, did you throw away the trash last night? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? what? I'm so confused. Like, Tata just came back to life, and you're asking me if I threw away the garbage last night. Like, he's like, yes, I kind of need to throw something away. I wanted to know if you threw it away, so I can grab the bin. You can grab the bin back for me, so I can throw away more garbage. And at this point, I'm so confused. I'm like, what? What's going on? What garbage is he throwing away? Is he saying Tata's the garbage that he wants to throw away? I'm so confused. But that was like the third or second time that she died.
Yeah. So I think she's really gone this time. There'll be no more resurrections.
Now I'm back to Link.
Thank you for that.
End scene.
You weren't Link.
I was
I
actually.
thought you were. I thought
Yeah.
you were Commander.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Commander Erwin.
Well, if that story wasn't spooky and scary enough, you had to be there.
The poop was spooky
Yeah,
and scary.
was
Spoopy?
was spoopy.
Spoopy.
Ah,
So
spoopy scary.
this is the season where like they put out new content. They try to hold back like spooky, scary content. I'm not really into the like deep horror stuff. I know there was like a new what's that movie with the Michael Myers Halloween?
Halloween.
Oh, it's called Halloween.
It's called Hanukkah.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's that Halloween movie?
It's called Hanukkah. It's a Jewish kill.
No, that's not. I don't condone this theme in a Halloween in the
the
Halloween
wrong
movie.
age.
I don't know. I don't watch Halloween movies, but there's other stuff that's going on. Like for example, Disney came out with this the first special presentation, Werewolf by Night. Did any of you guys get a chance to see this?
I have not.
I saw it. It was great.
Oh, you thought it was great?
I really liked it.
I also thought it was great. Dan, did you get a chance to see this?
No,
No. When are you gonna watch it?
I don't know.
Monday night.
That is the most. Yeah, Monday night. You know
Do-
what? You're right. Maybe
Monday
that
night.
is my Halloween plan.
Make a day.
Don't do homework.
I mean, it's like 45 minutes, dude. He has time to.
There's so many H words. That's crazy.
oh, so many scary H
So many
words.
scary
Yeah.
H words.
Homework, Halloween,
HE double hockey sticks.
hell.
I can't say. I
That's
can't say the
what you
name
said.
one.
Okay. You're right. You can't say the name one. Because Apple Podcast is listening.
I don't get this reference.
It's okay. We'll explain it to you off the air. So curl up with your brother Dan. Share a blanket. Get some popcorn. And watch it together. I loved it. I thought this was great. If anyone out there hasn't seen it, watch it. If you're a fan of classic, like black and white, Universal Monster-esque films.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, I love Frankenstein. I love The Mummy. They don't make horror like they used to. It was so cerebral, I think, and they were so limited back in the day with what they could do with film and technology that they have some pretty like inventive
I guess I'm not
techniques.
I'm not one. I guess for modern horror,
Yeah,
but classic horror film, like the genre as it was that started when film was coming up.
Mhm.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's some of the best filmmaking. But it's like I can't really relate to the stuff they do now.
like the slasher stuff and like the torture. And
Yeah, I mean, there's some types of films where it's like the plot has an interest, like the plot is interesting and like that'll get me, but it's more of like a psychological thriller. It's
yeah,
not
the
necessarily
psychological. Yeah,
horror.
like what was it? Like Don't Breathe. Did you
Yeah.
see that? I like that one. That was good. I didn't see. I saw 2 on an airplane, but without headphones, so I don't actually know what happened in it. Like I saw what happened. And I
You
thought,
saw it?
I didn't. I have seen way too many Saw films for.
I haven't seen
Roma.
any.
You've never seen a Saw movie?
I
Me
saw
neither.
Scary
Saw
Movie
movie.
4.
I don't
You're-
like gore. So.
You're better.
The only reason I know Scary Movie 4 is the Saw one is because of the like how Shaq's like chained. He's like in
Yeah.
a Saw room and he's like chained. He has one of his feet chained and he has to make a free throw to get free.
I've only seen that scene.
And then he cuts off his foot and then he goes and then he realizes wrong foot and then his feet make a 4.
I think was that around the same
Man,
time.
Scary Movies, you remember those?
Yeah, scary movies. I think it was that, unless they did another Saw joke in another scary movie. I saw that scene because I had just walked out of X-Men: The Last Stand, and
Yeah.
spoilers for the end of X-Men: The Last Stand. If anyone still hasn't, like I walked out and I called a friend, and they're like, "Oh, you saw Professor X came back at the end?" And I was like, "No, I did not. I missed it." Like we still weren't trained to stay
Oh
the
yeah,
end.
yeah.
Dude,
So-
do you
After
remember
credit-
that?
after
Oh my
credit
gosh.
scene.
And then it used to be like the biggest deal to be in the theater when you didn't have a ticket. So I had to like sneak into a scary movie to wait for the next showing to finish so I could go back into the next showing of X-Men The Last Stand so I can watch the after credit scene, which in the end wasn't really even worth it because you don't even see Professor X, but I finished.
What was it? Like his grave like moves or something?
No, it's like
no,
a girl.
like the nurse is tending to his twin brother.
and then you hear
Oh, I'm thinking about Superman. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, that was a
Xavier has a twin brother.
See, that's not even explained in the movie, but that's like Bryan Singer, I think, explains it, which we don't stand for Bryan Singer. Bryan
That is
Singer
spooky.
explains it in the like audio commentary because she has a patient that she talks about brain damage that she has in the movie, but they never explain that it's supposed to be like Xavier's comatose twin brother. So when he wakes up and sounds and looks, they shot it, but they never show us on the movie. When it sounds and looks like Xavier, the explanation was going to be like, oh, he just possessed the body of his twin brother that was in a coma, which is why he looks and sounds exactly like him. And he was just going to continue to be Professor X in this new body. But luckily, there was no sequel to X-Men The Last
And he
Stand,
could walk?
technically. Yeah, and he could walk, yeah. Yeah. So he probably should have taken over the body a long time ago, right? If he can walk.
We ended up getting something better though. We got X-Men First Class.
Yeah.
It's James McAvoy as Xavier.
Yeah.
And I loved James McAvoy as Xavier.
Yeah.
I like that little run they had.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
aside from like what Apocalypse and
Those two movies. First two.
There was only two good movies.
Days
And
of
then there was two
Future-
bad movies.
Days of Future
Two-
Past.
What was the second one?
Days of Future Past, they cross over right away already.
What was the second one?
Days of Future Past.
That's the second movie.
That's the second movie because
was
they have no patience. They're just like, let's put them together.
You had First Class, and then
Days of Future Past,
And then Apocalypse.
and
right?
then Apocalypse, which was terrible.
dang.
Apocalypse was terrible, but I tolerated at the time. But then Dark Phoenix was just irredeemable.
I haven't seen that one.
I didn't
I
watch.
haven't
that one.
watched that one either.
Good for you guys. Good for you.
Did you
What's
watch
with
it in theaters?
Oscar Isaac?
I did. I took my dad to watch it.
Mm.
And he was like, he's usually one that's like, he's old school Hollywood. So he's kind of blown away by like special effects because he doesn't really watch those kind of movies unless he watches them with me. And then he was like, this review was like, it's amazing what they can do with a computer and still be super boring. And I was like, wow.
What a burn.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But Werewolf by Night, I don't even think they use. Oh, they do use CG. I won't spoil it, but there's a character that they do an impeccable job.
Do they use
werewolf.
practical effects?
They use practical effects, but then there's a moment at the end, which again, I don't want to damage any of the artistry, but there's a moment at the end where you get like a fully fleshed out thing, and they do use CG, and it looks great because it's so little. It's such a little part of the film.
Interesting.
I actually really like this idea of the special presentation.
Yeah, I do like this idea of a
I
special
think they
presentation,
can do a lot with this.
which was really funny because I was pitching ideas to you. I was like, they should do like Nova and like Silver Surfer, and then like I think recently the rumors that like all
It was
this-
like it was literally like 2 days later.
yeah, they're like, oh, this is gonna be a special presentation. This is gonna be a special presentation. I think so. To my phone, not
Dude.
even to the show.
Yes, I was gonna say to the show.
No, I hope they're listening to the show, but I think more like it's probably Zuckerberg and Elon Musk just selling my personal data.
Spooky, scary.
That is spooky, scary.
Spoopy, scary.
We're living in quite a time. Hocus Pocus 2 came out.
No one's seen it, have they?
No one has seen this, right?
I've never seen Hocus Pocus 1.
Really?
I didn't have cable growing up, so.
Well, I never saw Hocus Pocus 1 either. Because, like I said, it wasn't really in my spectrum of things
I
my
have
parents
not
would
watched it either.
have me watch. Okay. But I've heard this, especially like my wife tells me that like all the like online influencers, like every spooky season, Halloween season,
love
are
that
like,
movie.
oh, Hocus Pocus, Hocus Pocus. So I bought it like 5 years ago. And then to watch it like that Halloween. And then I just haven't for 5 years.
Still haven't seen it?
Disney Plus came out. So now I was like, I'm dumb. I bought it and now it's like for free. But then I still haven't seen it. It got to the point where I put it off so much that they made an entire sequel to this movie.
Mm.
And I still haven't seen it. So that's like my Hocus Pocus antidote for all you Hocus Pocus heads out there.
Hopos.
Put it in the comments. Tell us.
All you hopos, tell us what you think about the movie.
Yeah. for all the hopos out there, tell us why we should watch Hocus Pocus 1 and maybe 2.
You should watch 1.
Yeah. But you haven't seen it.
I've seen 1.
Oh, you've seen 1, and
Yeah.
it's really good?
I liked it.
Even with Sarah Jessica Parker?
I enjoyed it.
I'm just kidding. She's fine. I have no problem. I know she's a
Us
divisive
boho
character, I guess.
hopos.
I heard
love
2
Sarah
wasn't that
Jessica
great,
Parker.
but you know what? Let's let the people decide.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about 2 because I still haven't seen 1, so it's like I don't want a reaction to 2. But one day soon. Probably not.
Because we're
This-
spending our time watching other stuff.
Yeah. Too much stuff. And my recommendation at the end of this is going to be something a little different. So that's probably what I'm going to watch. Okay, before we get onto that, there is a couple of stuff. This is a monthly. It's a spooky, scary monthly, but it's a monthly nonetheless. So we're only going to touch upon a few things. We're going to keep it short for today. But one thing that I don't think we can help talk about is we were all together, actually, to watch a new film that came out. It was not a Spider-Man film.
Oh.
Well, you actually saw that. I haven't seen it.
Oh, the more fun version?
Yes, which is no
Stupid
longer.
It's a dumb name.
But honestly, it's on brand because it was more fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
that makes
so
me even angrier.
that seems irrational, Dan.
I hate it when things clearly illustrate what they are.
See, but then it's like, oh man, now the name makes sense, so I can't really be mad at it, and that makes me angry because I'm like, that name sucks.
It sounds like you're looking for a reason to be mad.
Just to be clear, if you're not sure what we're talking about, which is not what I was going to talk about, but Spider-Man No Way Home, yes, that movie that came out all the way in December, right? Had a theatrical re-release called the More Fun Stuff version. Is that what it was called?
If it has stuff that's even dumber.
Yeah, I think it was the More Fun Stuff
More
version.
dumb?
Believe it is. Which
But
is
if you- Yeah. But if you missed it, guess what? It's free if you have stars, which I do apparently. So I got to watch that at some point. Gabe, you saw it though. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I went to the theaters and watched it. I mean, I have A-list, so there were certain parts where the stuff with the 3 Spider-Man spoilers.
Oh yeah. In case you haven't seen No Way Home, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in the movie. Spoilers.
And Tom Hardy.
Yeah, spoilers.
Um,
Tom Hardy? Is it? Oh my gosh, he is in the
yeah,
movie.
you know what? That took me a second too. I was like, he's not.
I was like, is he the third Spider-Man?
no,
The
stuff,
More Fun Stuff.
the stuff between them is a lot. Like it's really funny.
Okay.
It made the movie just like, okay, I would have enjoyed watching it anyway since it'd been a while since I'd seen it, but still like getting to see that. I also feel like there were certain shots that were like from a different like camera angle
Mm-hmm.
from what I remember. The original, maybe it's crazy, but
No, I think I heard that. I think that.
But yeah, some of the stuff is more fleshed out. I think Matt Murdock has like a joke of a little bit more screen time.
Okay. He has like a car ride scene, right?
a what?
Like a car ride scene with Happy?
Oh
yeah.
yeah, he does. And then yeah, it's just jokes in between the. There's more
I'll
stuff.
take more
There's
Matt,
more
too.
stuff at the high school. Like his life, like adjusting to everyone knows he's Spider-Man. Some more scenes that like give more context, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's like he sees Happy when he's in the car with Matt.
Mm-hmm.
He sees all the villains going into his apartment, which is why later on we didn't get to see in the original. It was like why later on in the
He
movie,
just shows up.
No, Happy
Oh.
calls Peter and he's like, "Hey, who are those people going? Who are those people? I saw
Oh.
you."
Okay, makes more sense since he's under surveillance. and
Exactly.
stuff, right?
So it's just little stuff like that, but definitely the stuff with Toby, Peter, and Andrew were just hilarious. I think.
Okay. Without spoiling it, how was the new ending, the after credit scene? Was it improvement over like a trailer for Multiverse of Madness?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I was remembering.
You
I was
stayed
trying-
and saw, right? Yeah.
I was trying to remember what it was, but yeah.
It's like a somber note, right?
I mean, it's like I think the Multiverse of Madness thing only like hits only in that point in time, like before the movie even comes
it doesn't
out.
make sense like long term.
So, but yeah, I liked it. I liked what they did.
I had a
I
student who
kind of
went-
want to know what it was.
Oh, then you gotta watch.
You gotta watch
the
it.
more fun stuff
Man,
version.
don't do that to me.
Of
Yeah,
No
you-
Way Home, another H.
Did
I
you
am
not
go-
think? You're gonna watch No Way Home again, anyways, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but I kind of want to know now.
Nah, just next time you see it, it'll be that version. I had a student who came to me and he was like kind of bummed. So he's like, "Oh, we went to the theaters to watch it, not A-list, so they have to pay a whole ticket."
What a loser!
Yeah.
Loser.
So then it's like I understand the disappointment, like going to rewatch something you paid for it again. It's like it wasn't even that much big of a difference. And then I asked him that same question. I was like, "Oh, what'd you think about the new ending?" And he was like, "What new ending?" And I was like, "After the credits, like they added a scene." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "You know, because it used to be a trailer for Multiverse of Madness, but that wouldn't make sense. So they like added like something to wrap up the trilogy." And he was like, "No way."
Home.
Did they listen to the show?
Do they listen to? Yeah, they do actually.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call you a loser.
Oh, me neither. Me neither.
We're sorry for your loss. We feel your pain. It is real. Get stars, okay?
Yeah, we're sorry for your loss.
Hey.
We lost someone too. Twice, 3 times.
Would you say, Gabe, that this is the definitive version to watch the movie, or
I definitely watch it in that way. Yeah,
yeah, like that's from now on. Watch it
yeah,
that way.
for sure.
I gotta watch it now.
How
Yeah,
much
we got it.
longer is it? What's the runtime now?
It's not much longer.
It's not much, like 10,
It
12
really
minutes.
isn't much longer. I mean, the movie. I just enjoy the movie that much, but like, I don't think it makes it worse.
Right.
I think it just only adds to it.
So
why
people
not?
get mad at like little extended cuts like that don't really add much, but to me,
Because
it's
they
like,
go to the theaters and pay $22 to watch.
yes, that this is true, and I understand that. Oof, this guy right here, one of our
One fan.
yeah, one of our guest producers here, pointing to himself off camera. I don't get mad at like when this happened. Like, okay, Spider-Man 2.1. You guys ever seen Spider-Man 2.1? Like, I like Spider-Man 2.1, and for me, it's been the definitive Spider-Man because like it's just a little funnier. It has like a couple of more gags, and it doesn't negatively affect the movie.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like okay, maybe if you would have added like a ton, then you really like, oh, here's 2 versions of the movie. But I'm okay with it like supplanting this movie. I'm really looking forward to seeing this one.
What about X-Men 1.5?
There's no extra scenes in that. There's just bonus features on the DVD.
Ah.
What about The Lion King 1.5?
That's a completely different movie where Timon and Pumbaa watch back the plot of Lion King and then just make jokes all throughout it.
Oh, so it's like they're streaming the movie with
Yeah,
us.
actually. Oh,
Mm,
did
they-
Timon
they-
and
they
Pumbaa
create Twitch?
invent live streams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch
Timon
along.
and Pumbaa, get your money.
All right. They should have a Twitch channel. Timon and Pumbaa.
I would actually watch
like a
that.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 style Timon and Pumbaa.
And you know what they should watch?
That'd be a good Disney Plus show.
You know what they should watch? Or maybe they shouldn't watch?
What?
Black Adam.
Black Adam. The thing that I was trying to talk about. Yes. Black Adam. We were all there. We were all there together. All 4 of us on the show. Dan flew in from Orlando just to watch Black Adam opening weekend.
From his tour. From his
iHeartRadio tour.
iHeartRadio tour.
No, he flew
Finally.
in just yeah. Actually, yeah, he probably wasn't even Orlando. Where were you? Like Cincinnati this week?
Nah, think bigger. I was over. I was over.
What a flex! I think it was bigger.
We just lost all of our listeners in Cincinnati.
That was all this
Europe.
past week. Yeah.
John Moxley.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Wow. Way
We
to
lost John Moxley.
way to bury Cincinnati. All right.
Ohio.
Cincinnati's pretty big.
Oh,
Oh, Black Adam. No, I don't think it is.
Okay, good.
So, anyways,
I thank you, Dan, for.
But you know it is culturally insensitive.
Black Adam.
You know what? I would agree with that.
Why, like,
I mean,
You wanna open this
The
can of
Rock
worms?
doesn't even try to be Egyptian.
right? Well, or Middle Eastern,
Middle
right?
Eastern,
Wait,
Yeah.
Black Adam is Egyptian?
He's from the fictional world of what was it, Kandak? Kandak, right? Which is supposed to be like an Egyptian like state. So if we can play with it and like, because the cast is like there's Egyptian actors, there's Iranian actors.
Yeah, they
you
even
know,
put the Middle Eastern filter that Hollywood uses on movies.
I
which
thought
is
they took it off.
No,
I thought it was like worse, and then like they took it off.
which is what color? The Middle Eastern filter.
like deserty.
It's a deserty
I don't know how
filter.
to-
Almost,
I
it's
don't know how
almost
to
like the
explain it.
Mexico filter.
It's almost like the
They
Mexico
just-
filter.
They turned down the Mexico filter.
Oh, okay. So, but they got Dwayne Johnson, who we love. Okay.
I love The Rock.
I love
We
The
do?
Rock. Oh, I love The Rock.
He's from Miami. All right, we
Of course,
automatically
bro.
love him.
He's not Miami's best because that's
Right.
our boy Link
right.
right here.
Oh, I thought it was Mr. Worldwide was Miami's best.
No,
Link.
Link would beat him in a fight too.
It's Miami's best. We
No.
love The Rock.
We love The Rock. You don't like The Rock, Dan?
Well, I'm fine with The Rock. He just gets bad roles.
Think bigger.
Yeah. he came in so hot. We do. I'm fine with him. He was
No.
just.
No qualms with The Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you say that because if he hears this,
Yeah.
he's coming after you.
And he knows where you live.
Yeah.
I'm
Cincinnati or London. What bad roles does The Rock?
The thing is that The Rock plays the same character
Yes.
in almost
Problem,
every
yeah.
movie.
But it works in the movies that he usually does.
Yeah.
Like Jumanji, he can be The Rock. Jungle Cruise, he can be The Rock.
I don't think I
haven't
saw
seen
Jungle
that.
Cruise actually.
I thought it was during that that
COVID?
that COVID era. So I was like, anything that came through streaming, like especially for kids, like we were watching with my niece.
I like Jumanji, the second one.
I like.
I
liked it a lot
did I
too,
watch the
yeah.
second one?
I think adding Danny DeVito and
I didn't watch the second one.
That was the third one.
oh,
Wait,
what?
there's a third one?
Yeah, the first one is Jumanji with Robin Williams.
Oh.
Oh, then I like the second one and the third one.
Okay, yeah, I like the first one too.
I love the first one.
I've only seen it in Spanish.
Like
feel like
half
that
of the
happens a
movie,
lot.
half of the movies Link has seen has just been Telemundo
Yeah.
broadcasts.
Yeah.
Right, baby?
Maybe that's why sometimes he's not as connected to these
You know,
films.
I
as
will.
we
I
are.
will say that. Like, I think almost all of Arnold's movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was about to say Arnold Palmer. Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies
Telemundo.
have all been Telemundo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a shame. Terminator 2 also.
In Spanish,
No,
it's
no,
great.
no,
Oh,
Terminator.
okay,
No.
Terminator 2 is
Terminator 2
my
wasn't
favorite.
one of those.
The director's cut of that movie is also superior.
No, what was the?
If you haven't seen it, check it out. Director's cut.
There's so many movies I
Terminator 2.
think are the same. Anyways, is The Rock like a modern Arnold?
The Rock is like a modern Arnold. In fact, Arnold passed the torch to him in that movie, The Rundown, where they pass by in the nightclub in the opening scene, and he goes, "Good luck," and then that's it. That's his only.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's it.
As far as Black Adam though,
Wow.
do you remember when it dropped? Do you remember when like the dropped? They were just like where The Rock is like the hierarchy, the hierarchy of power of the DC.
I thought this
universe
movie
about
was going to be
change.
terrible from the get go because all the trailers did nothing to convince me that there was any chance this
Yeah.
movie
I
was
had
good.
no expectations for this film.
I saw a trailer that finally looked good like days before, and I was like, "Oh no, what if it is?"
I knew it was gonna suck. I even texted you. The only thing I wanted. I mean, we're talking spoilers now.
Yeah,
so
listen. We're gonna talk spoilers. We're not even gonna tell you skip 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute.
Just don't
'cause
watch it.
We're saving you the trouble. If you haven't seen it,
Please
don't.
don't go see this movie.
Or if you do, if
It's
you
literally
have
that
A
bad.
list and have time to kill, go to the very end of the film and watch and stay for the after credits.
go
don't
watch
know.
another movie and time it so that then you can walk in during the
I
credits.
kind of feel like Warner Brothers needs the money.
yeah,
so
that's what they
maybe you
need. They need
should
money.
Watch it.
no.
In what world does Warner Brothers need money
Yeah,
from
no.
us?
I don't know, but
Discovery,
They had
all the
enough money
all
to
the
make
but their
this
CEO
garbage.
just keeps dropping
yeah,
everything
exactly,
off of that app.
because they need money. Yeah.
No, but that's how they have enough money because they're firing everyone and closing every project. They're saving money, supposedly. They're not making money.
Talking
but-
about spoopy scary, bro.
yeah, that is spoopy
Bro, that
scary.
CEO guy, man,
that guy's garbage.
that guy is evil.
I'm sure he's fine. Don't sue us.
I didn't even say his name.
Okay, that's fair. Whoever is in charge, we don't even know.
The Rock, right?
That's why we don't like him.
Yeah, he's running for president of Warner Discovery.
I can't even say that guy's name. What's his last name?
I'm not saying-
Zaslav.
Oh, you said it. Now
Zaz-
we're getting
Oh,
sued.
you tricked me.
Now we're getting sued.
Oh no, I'm scared
The
now.
hierarchy of the DC.
Spoopy
power.
scary.
Don't
about
hug
to
me. I'm
change.
scared.
Sorry.
Oh, never mind.
Yes, Dan. Do you wanna
Yeah.
tell us your thoughts?
I think it's
Oh,
your time to
man.
shine.
I just.
The positive one on the show.
I gotta look down, right?
Pretend he's right there.
I really didn't like that movie from the start. It was a mess. I hated the kid.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Dan
I
hates
forgot
kids.
about him, dude.
Dan hates
Hey, so we have something in common. That we
kids.
both
Yes,
hate
we
kids.
do.
Nice. I can't even express how much I did.
You hate kids?
Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I hated that movie. just like
It was a glorious mess for me at the beginning.
I didn't
But
even
I-
feel that
Nah,
way
man.
from the start. I was like, dude, this is horrible.
The eclectic song choices that
Yeah,
they had.
like when that first line kicks out and it's like, the world is a vampire.
And
And
it's
then
like-
it just fades immediately.
I'm about to
Yeah.
jam to the song, but it's like a little boy just riding a skateboard.
That's right. In the streets of Kandahar.
and then the
Kandak.
first action sequence was like
You
it was
remember?
it was pretty cool, but then they put Paint It Black in the background.
Yeah, that was
Bum, bum,
weird.
bum, bum,
That was
bum.
so weird.
They're just like,
Just-
what trendy TikTok songs can we just find and put in this
You know
movie?
what? That's so true. It's like they didn't want to make their own TikToks, so they put them in the movie so they could just clip the movie and upload it. Like they two birds, one stone. The TikToks are already made.
That's how we'll save money.
Live
That was-
better.
Must have been Zaslav.
Must have been Zaslav. We just openly using that name now.
They used a Kanye song too, right?
yeah,
We don't talk
Power.
about Kanye.
Yeah, that
Ooh,
didn't.
We
yeah.
have
age
part, we
well.
have part,
That did
we
not
have part
age
ways
well.
with Kanye West.
Searching for
Mhm.
McGuffin will no longer sell Kanye stuff.
I wasn't aware we were in the Kanye business. Continue, Dan.
I don't even remember what happens next. What happens after the first?
The Justice Society just walks in like it's
Yeah, they
nobody's
show up.
business 8 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Hawkman is.
Hawkman is more like Batman.
also like
No, he's not.
Ah, he's like Black Panther.
he's like Black Panther.
oh, that's true.
Trice. He's a wannabe Black
Yeah.
Panther.
He's like Black Panther combined with.
I mean,
Cyclops.
Hawkman is a cool character. I think
Yeah.
Hawkman's really cool.
I thought he was good too. It was
But
just a
I
little
thought- I found
like
him so
his
annoying.
His portrayal was a bit much.
Yeah, I didn't like his portrayal.
really.
I
I
thought
thought
it
he
was annoying.
was fine.
It was annoying.
He
He's
was-
just in a bad
he was
movie.
in-
That's
he
what
was
I
in
think.
Supergirl, right? That actor.
That actor was
Oh, I
in
don't think you-
Supergirl.
I
No,
don't
I
think
know him
you
from
didn't-
One Night in Miami. I didn't make it that
You
far
didn't
into
get that far,
Supergirl. Yeah. I know him from One Night in Miami. He's really good in that movie.
But I will say, if we're gonna talk about like highlights, Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce
Yes,
Brosnan was
Dr.
the best
Dr.
part
Fate,
of
the
it.
If
only
there's-
good part of the movie.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
there's anything worth watching in this movie, it's Dr. Fate. It's not enough to go watch the movie though.
It's
not.
true.
Spoilers.
Because of how it happens, like how it ends.
Yeah, we
Like,
pick him up in a fireman's carry, and his poop
He
just comes.
defecates
Yeah, poop just
all
comes
over the
out.
main villain, who is a CGI monster again.
Again, spoilers. They got rid of like the best part of the movie.
Yeah. To replace him with the worst part of the movie, which is the villain.
That was terrible.
Because I thought that was like a good idea. Justice Society versus Black Adam. That's a good setup for a movie.
the first part of that time was good,
but
and
then they get that out of the way to replace it with a worse conflict.
but then there was a point in the movie where I'm like, is this movie over? This was the film, and I was super confused because I was like, doesn't it feel like when they're putting him like he relinquishes his power and he gets put in the thing? And I'm like,
yeah.
this is how it ends. What?
I thought that was the end of the movie, and it was awkward, but I would have accepted it.
It
Everything
would have
after
been
that.
better
It's like-
than the
it's
ending.
like,
we got.
Absolutely.
It's like the
I am nodding my head
reverse of Mugen Train.
vociferously for our listeners.
I
Because
felt
then
like
we
I
get
felt like in Mugen Train, where I thought the movie's over. And I was
Yes.
like, oh, that's it, and then it's not. But Mugen Train was good.
because then the ending feels like an Injustice cutscene because you have this entirely CGI character that looks really.
Dude, this movie was like if somebody played Injustice and they were like, I understand DC Comics now.
What's
and
his
then,
name?
Yeah, and then
Sadok?
went and made a movie.
The Doc?
Yeah.
Sabak?
Sabak.
Sadiq.
Like
Which
the
I
game?
thought was the game that they play in Star Wars.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He looks like. I'm pretty sure I have seen it. Tenacious D, Jack Black, and whatever that guy.
Yeah.
They have a
Yeah.
music video.
But animated by whoever did Steppenwolf in Justice League. Yeah, not the Snyder Cut. The
It's
Justice League
It
version.
is like that part's just so bad.
so rough. It is
And-
so rough.
But I'm gonna go back to the positives. Dr. Fate,
Yeah.
in the little he did, I'm like, man, this
Needed-
guy.
needed more.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
Yeah, what was
bro?
it?
Illuminati.
Talking about Kanye.
like,
Wait,
what
no, it's
was-
Jay-Z.
What was that?
I don't know who's in the
Guilty by,
Illuminati anymore.
guilty by association.
Okay, I'll take
Yeah.
it. Diamond Dallas Page. He's going to sue that movie, by the way.
Bro, he put a.
You know that DDP, the professional wrestler, sued Jay-Z and won? And made a bunch of money off of that?
Yeah, Jay-Z just has so much money. He's like, I don't
Yeah,
care.
he's like, I don't care. Here,
Dropping
but
the
take the
bucket.
money. Yeah.
Dang, all that money they saved from cutting those TikToks are now going to be lost in the lawsuits.
Yeah, balance perfectly.
What else
balanced.
happened in that movie?
As long as we get another season of DDP Yoga, update that app.
What else happened in that movie?
The Peacemaker, James Gunn's.
Oh, James Gunn's wife or
yeah.
girlfriend shows up.
Congratulations, James Gunn, and
Oh yeah, oh yeah, he
yeah, he just got married.
no.
No, he's a new guy.
He's the new head of.
He's your Kevin.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
He's your Kevin
that
Feige.
did happen.
the more important thing in his life, right?
Yeah, but also we didn't like that news dropped, and like we didn't even talk about it among us because we're like we don't care. We just saw Black Adam. And
Oh
it
no,
sucked.
I sent it
And there's no
hoping that we
coming
would
back.
talk about it, and
Yeah.
then they just no sold it.
Yeah, we were like, nah. Did you watch Black Adam? There's no coming back. From
And then we
this.
just kept sending Black Adam memes, like The Rock's head just like
Yeah,
flying.
flying into the
Out
of the sun.
The other, I guess, high point for me was the credits. The end
The
credits.
highest.
The credits was because then I knew the
peak.
movie was over. So as
Exactly.
everybody's name was, I'm like, okay, I can leave soon, and that was definitely the high point for me.
But
as
this
well.
is one of the things that I had texted you. You were like, "Is this movie gonna be good?" And I'm like, "It's not gonna be good. I just want Henry Cavill to show up."
Mhm.
And that was just like something I wanted. I'm like, if he's ever gonna show up, it has to be now. Like with a character
because
like
the
Black Adam,
hierarchy of power
Exactly.
in the DC universe has
he has
changed.
to go stake his claim.
Yeah.
And then you were just like laughing. You were like, "Okay."
Mm.
And
I know
then-
you don't believe me, and that's fine. That's fine. But I literally was just lowering expectations because
Did you know?
I did know. I did know at the time. Well, I mean, I knew, and I didn't know. Like, everyone was heavily speculated. I knew that he had been, like, at one of the parties, that he was in LA around the time of the premiere.
I
that
knew
he
everything.
Yeah, I knew, but I was like, oh, you never know. I don't know. Like, I don't want to know. Like, my heart wouldn't accept that it was for sure, but I did know. And I didn't share any of that because I wanted it to be, like, a cold surprise.
I
Dude.
immediately saw a picture of him the first day the movie dropped.
Well, I knew before that because I knew, like, again, when we were talking before that about it,
Yeah.
like, around the private premiere or whatever, the studio lot, look at that.
It got spoiled for us on the way to the movie.
Mm.
Guy on the elevator.
Oh my
that
gosh,
just
yeah.
watched
Me
the
and
movie.
Link and Sammy were producer of the show.
Guest producer.
We were going up to the movie theater
Our
in an
spooky,
elevator.
Scary producer.
In an elevator, and this dad with his two daughters just walk into the elevator, and they're like, obviously they just seen the movie, and he just starts talking about a comic that he read when he was younger about Superman and Black Adam fighting each other.
Oh wow, I wonder what that could mean.
And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you? I was so mad.
You should have said something. I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, this was his daughter. So I'm not gonna curse him out in front of his kids.
That would have
Maybe I
taught him a
should've.
lesson.
You should have given him, like, an ethics lesson. Young man. You should have called him young man. Young man.
Young,
Grabbed him
just talk
by
about,
the ear.
young man. You should not be speaking of spoilers while you're in an elevator in public.
Why did it start
Oh,
with an accent?
An
and then
elevator
fade
so
away?
close. to
I don't
the
know, Star
theater.
Wars. But yeah, Superman Henry Cavill is back, baby. And
Spoilers. Why
Spoilers.
did the warnings come after the spells?
I was so happy, honestly. He showed up and he looked good.
And that symbol on his chest, what does it represent, Gabe? Hope. That's right.
And what are we, Link?
Money.
Money.
What do you think the S is for in
Yeah,
our
we-
logo?
Exactly. We kind of need money because these
No.
chairs are very uncomfortable.
Oh, is
we
it
need
fun?
more money to buy better chairs.
That's actually really interesting that the S can represent hope on Krypton, but it also represents money in America.
Mm.
And
Yes,
we
'cause
need
there's
it.
levels to it. And we do need it. I think we've exhausted our Black Adam talk.
Yeah.
Superman is back. That's the highlight. That is the hope.
I don't
Could've just-
even
we could've
I
just
care.
hate that
Yeah.
movie.
Who Henry
2 out
Cavill
of
hopes to
10.
bring a hopeful. Do you think it's worse than Morbius?
Do I think it? No.
Didn't you give Morbius a 3 out of 10?
No. I give Morbius a 1, and that's
Okay.
being nice.
Yeah, because it's like kind of a movie.
I give it a. I'm gonna give it
Like a student project.
like a 2.7.
Again, Link with
Like a
his
GPA.
decimal points.
2.7.
Link was so mad at us for days after this movie. Like if we forced him to watch this movie.
Wait, you were mad at me?
I mean, I
You
only
were mad at
expressed it.
me?
I only expressed it to George. He was the only one I saw.
Yeah, he saw it because it was. Let's see, we saw it on a Saturday night. It was Monday at work, like the end of the day too. So like, 48 hours have completely passed, and this guy was like, "I can't believe you made us watch that movie."
No,
As
no,
if
no, not us. You made me.
yeah. He doesn't care if we saw it, but Yeah. You know, Link tries to avoid bad stuff, but
Yeah, but Link just doesn't like spending time with us, I guess. Crazy.
yeah. He doesn't like shared memories.
I mean, if it means I don't have to watch a bad movie, then
Bro,
yeah.
you didn't have to pay for the movie.
Yeah, it was free.
He paid with it. He
I paid,
paid
yeah.
for it with his time.
I'm sorry, off-camera producer.
So Superman has returned. That's the good part.
But unfortunately, someone we love will not return. And that's the original Black Panther. But life goes on. And Black Panther 2 is just around the corner. Really quick, what are our expectations just days away from this film? We might talk about it extensively later. We're not really sure. We'd have to digest whatever it is that Marvel
My only
presents for
hope.
us. Yeah. What's your only hope? Obi-Wan
That
Kenobi.
it's good.
What happens if
And
it's not good, Dan?
That's gonna
I'm done.
Is that true? Is that like, are you staking your
you
claim?
can't even say that because that's messed up.
Done.
You're not.
I mean,
it's not even
I'll
their.
probably go
It's not,
see like
it's not even their fault though.
what?
If it's not good, it's
Every-
the situation they're in.
No,
you get
no,
me?
whoa! I'm not
You could
gonna.
s-
I'm not gonna blame the situation on them. What are you?
It sounds like you are.
It sounds like you
It
are. You're
sounds
saying
like
you're
you
done if
are.
it sucked.
Okay.
Really?
You're victim blaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dan.
That's crazy.
The movie can still be good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a. I
Yeah,
feel
they
like
don't
I'm in
just
a
get
hard
a-
posi- I feel like I'm in a rough position here.
They don't just get a free pass to
Yeah,
make
they
a
don't
bad
get a
movie,
free-
You're
right?
in a rough position now. You just admitted to hating kids earlier.
That's okay though.
Yeah, well, I don't have a problem.
But
with
this, I'm
Because
I'm-
you
I'm in a
also
rough
hate
spot.
children.
that. That's fair.
Um,
Okay, what do you need for this film to be good, and what would make this film
Bro, I just
bad?
need it to be like. I just need it to be decent. I just need it to be serious. And decent.
Serious.
That's it. That's my expectations are like realistic. But if it's a joke and it's bad, then I'm just
I
It
don't
won't
see
be
how
a
they,
joke.
I
It
don't
won't
see
be
how
a
they make
joke,
this movie
yeah.
a joke.
the fatigue. That's
It's
why
got to
I'm
be
not-
reflective, right?
You never,
because
you never
he's
thought
gone.
this movie was gonna be good, Danny? Did you ever,
Stumped him.
did you ever think this movie was gonna be
Wait,
good?
Stumped
what?
him.
What'd you say?
Did you ever think that this movie was gonna be good?
Did I think this movie was? gonna
This
be
movie
good?
Yeah.
like Black Adam or Black Panther?
Black Panther
Oh,
2.
Yeah, I
Also black.
expect it to be good.
No, okay then.
yeah. I don't think it's about whether Black Panther 2 can be good, but just the fact that like Black Adam was so bad, and then if we're gonna put it on Marvel, Eternals was a huge disappointment. We
I didn't
personally
even like Love and
didn't
Thunder,
like-
So
Oh, that is
I'm on a
true.
hot streak.
That is true.
Oh.
You didn't. We didn't really like Multiverse of Madness. Dan specifically didn't like Love and Thunder. He's kind of ambivalent with the television shows. I think they're fine and they're solid and they're like, popcorn,
I think they
whatever.
start good, and they always end poorly, which is my
Mm.
problem with them.
Okay, so he's just not about that Marvel life right now.
You hate Moon Knight?
That's
That's-
the only exception.
That's
probably.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, I can't believe you
But-
didn't like Hawkeye. That's
Okay, I
nuts.
feel like being attacked.
No Way Home sucked. What?
I'm being attacked here.
More fun stuff version?
I can't diffuse the situation.
Won't even watch it, man. That's crazy.
All right, so I do like what you said. I do think it has to be.
It has to be good. They can't fail.
Has to be
Not that it has to
reflective.
be good, but it does have to be
serious.
reflective. Like,
It does.
like I don't want it to be irreverent.
How do we feel about
E-
Shuri? We're all
irreverent
pretty
or
sure she's
reverent?
Black Panther, right?
Irreverent or reverent?
Irreverent.
Oh,
It
okay.
can't be.
It
irreverent.
shouldn't be irreverent.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
I'm okay
has
with
to-
her as Black Panther.
Yeah.
You have to be. You have to honor Chadwick Boseman. throughout
Yeah,
this whole
She's
movie.
Okay.
Black Panther.
No, I'm
I
pretty
only
sure
saw the
she is.
first trailer.
I'm
I'm pretty
assuming.
sure she is. Yeah.
I haven't seen the second one. I heard there's like they spoil a lot in the second trailer.
I think they do spoil a lot in the second trailer. And
yeah, I'm
I
just
think
dodging
that's-
those. Who have I become?
They show the suit.
They show the suit, and we're pretty sure it's her. The toys kind of leaked. We're pretty sure it's her.
You get to see Ironheart.
Ironheart, we know what she looks like. She looks kind of weird, to be honest with you.
In
But
the suit?
Ironheart looks kind of weird in the suit. Yeah,
Huh.
It's the suit. It doesn't look like an Iron Man suit. It looks like a Mark 1.
Yeah, that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So-
Like the silver prototype?
Yeah, but even more pieced together, like it's not a full body armor. Like she's got like goggles and like exposed limbs and stuff,
That's-
which is fine. I guess she's just not there yet.
Yeah,
not
which
what
is
I-
fine. They're
Maybe they
building
sh-
up
maybe-
to it
Maybe
again.
she should be.
Whatever.
She's
Maybe it's a
in
prototype that they
Wakanda.
show.
Wait, is her suit made out of vibranium?
I have no idea, dude.
That'd be sick.
What were you saying, Link?
Maybe it's a prototype that they show.
Yeah, I think it is a
So that they
prototype.
don't show you the real thing.
Oh, so you think like she gets a full suit in this movie?
Yeah.
Or they wait for her series?
Here's a show.
Yep.
Hmm.
All right. Well, more on that later. Next month, probably.
High hopes for this movie.
Okay. I do have high
High
hopes too, but there's a
hopes.
lot on the line. I think they're
Yeah.
not just Marvel's reputation, but just media in general. I think.
I just
I don't know.
listen. I just need it to be decent
Mm-hmm.
with a
Has
serious
Ryan-
tone.
Has
That's
Ryan
it.
Coogler let you down yet?
No.
No, but
Ever.
I'm just saying.
What about Taika Waititi?
That's
We-
what I
you-
thought until
You would have thought the same
Love
thing.
and
yeah.
Thunder.
Taika has not let me down.
So I like Sam Raimi. I don't like multiverse. So
Pointing it down.
okay, really quick. Let's move it along since we're taking a while. Tales of the Jedi. It dropped. We haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. If you haven't seen it,
Binge watch it in one sitting.
yeah, it's like about an hour and a half altogether, and you might even be able to shave some minutes if like they skip the intros and stuff. But it's
Hey, let's watch it together.
let's watch it together. Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's watch it this weekend. Okay, so all right, we'll have more information on Tales of the Jedi. You guys check it out so that we can talk spoilers later. And finally, what are our recommendations in this spooky, scary season? Whether you celebrate Halloween or not, whether it's Halloween or Hanukkah or Hallows Eve or Dia de los Muertos, whatever it might be, or if you just want to curl up while everybody trick or treats and you turn off the lights and pretend like you're not home because you forgot to buy candy because you have a real job and you got home late, and maybe these kids' parents should buy their own candy. I'm just kidding.
Man,
But if
candy-
that's your perspective, that's what we should-
candy's expensive.
candy is expensive.
We should
now.
tell
I mean,
them.
what
It
is it?
should
Like-
be like, hey, when they come and trick or treat, we don't have any candy, but do you want to be a guest on our podcast?
We just, hey, how do you feel about Halloween?
Your parent has to come with you though.
How do you feel about Black Adam?
That's what we asked them. The Black Adam or Black Panther? Go. And then we take a poll. Which one they like? What were you gonna say? Candy?
Yeah, candy's expensive. Spent $40 on candy this past week
Yeah.
because I didn't go for the crappy like the bad one. I went for the good one at Target. $40.
Like for yourself?
No, for young people, for kids.
Link. He appreciates children. Dan,
Does
not so much.
I guess that's the only time we differ, Dan.
That's the only time?
Dan,
Or,
and I-
yeah.
Dan and I are pretty much clones.
Mm,
We are clone wars.
it's a
Except-
hot and inaccurate take.
Except you like Taika's movies.
That's
and
right.
Dan doesn't like the last one.
Love and Thunder. Right.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
What would you recommend to watch during this time if you wanted to curl up with a good movie?
Like spooky?
Yeah, something spooky.
Oh, I don't
scary.
really watch spooky stuff.
Maybe if we give our recommendations, you'll get an idea.
Yeah. Go ahead, because I don't watch spooky stuff.
Like, for example, one thing I like to watch, I watch it a lot of Halloweens, or at least Halloween season leading up to it, The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's one of my favorite movies because it presents Halloween and then buries it and shows why Christmas is so much better. So now that we get October 31st out of the way, we can start celebrating November 1st, the real holiday season. Thanksgiving, Christmas, where we get to eat and give presents and feel joy and hope for everyone across the world.
I love Thanksgiving.
Are there any Thanksgiving movies?
Yeah,
There
there's
should
a
be
bunch.
more. There should be more. They should make like
What's a
they
Thanksgiving
can.
movie?
They should
No.
make a Love Actually for Thanksgiving.
We'll cover the Thanksgiving movies for our Friendsgiving episode.
Huh.
If that exists. I'm pretty sure it
if
will.
it happens.
I'm pretty sure it will. But I like Nightmare Before Christmas. I love the movie Frankenstein, the original Frankenstein. I only saw this just a couple of years for the first time. And this movie and the original Mummy movie are so good. And I have Bride of Frankenstein. I think I'm going to try to watch it this week. Bride of Frankenstein supposedly is even better
Is that
than
funny?
the original. It's not funny. No, I think you're thinking of Young Frankenstein.
That's the one I want to watch.
That's a great movie too.
Yeah, that's the
Is
one I
that a
want to
sequel
watch.
to Young Sheldon?
No, it is a
Don't-
prequel to Young
Don't
Sheldon.
insult
Prequel to
Mel
Young
Brooks like that.
So yeah, Young Frankenstein's a good. That's was that it's Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks, Gene Hackman.
No, Gene Wilder.
Gene
It's
Wilder,
Gene
yeah.
Wilder. Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Willy Wonka.
Yeah. The original
Pour
Willy
one
Wonka,
out.
not Johnny Depp, which is canceled, uncanceled. Okay. Yes. So check out Frankenstein. I'm gonna be checking out Bride of Frankenstein. What about you guys? See, so those aren't like your traditional like spooky choices.
One of my favorite artists is Childish Gambino.
Mm.
And if you go to YouTube and type Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, you will get Donald Glover's or Childish Gambino's greatest song ever written. And the name tells you, it's a werewolf bar mitzvah. So check it out. Do yourself a favor. You're going to love it. Donald Glover peaked at that time.
I
Yeah.
feel like the Hanukkah thing came full circle.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Put
you.
the link to that video in the show notes, Dan.
Remind me.
There
Dan.
are no show notes.
Dan, what's yours?
Watch something really scary. Black Adam. No, I'm kidding. Watch Hereditary.
No.
No.
Ratatouille? Why are you always this way, Dan?
You like that movie?
You always have-
Balls
Wait.
to the wall.
Bro, that's some A24. Oh.
Yeah. I've heard
Wait. Time out. What movie did he say?
Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Oh, I heard Ratatouille, and I was
Watch Hereditary.
disgusted at your reaction. Okay?
No, not Ratatouille. That
No.
movie's too scary.
You, sir, have ratted your last Tatooine.
Listen, if you don't think that movie's scary, imagine if you walked to the back of the kitchen of the restaurant you were eating at and
Hey.
you saw all those rats.
The short chef guy, he may be the villain, but
Where were you going with? Oh, okay.
I ain't about that demon possession life, okay? But if
mean,
you
it's
are
a really
looking,
It's
Scary
not a
movie.
demon possession. It's a rat controlling a human.
I went back to
possession.
talk about Hereditary.
Dang, that was good. I'm going to give you that one. That was good. That was good.
Are Hereditary and Ratatouille the same movie?
it's the same movie as far as I'm concerned.
Tenet?
Actually, you just reminded me of another recommendation because that I have Army of Darkness is one of my favorite
good one.
movies.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm
Ooh,
so
Shaun
sorry. I
of the
stepped out.
Dead.
It's okay.
Go watch Shaun of the Dead if you haven't seen.
It's okay.
Oh, yes, and Hot
Shaun of
Fuzz.
the Dead is great.
Ah,
And then just randomly Hot Fuzz, which doesn't fit the theme, but
no,
you,
definitely
but
watch
yeah,
Hot Fuzz.
yeah,
I
Hot
don't
Fuzz
care
is
what you do.
zombies. Hot
Watch
Fuzz is zombies.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz has that. Oh, that's right. And a cult and a death cult. That's true
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Oh, no, wait.
Zombies.
Shaun of the Dead is zombies.
Yeah, they're not zombies.
Yeah,
in
no, Hot Fuzz
they're
is,
just a cult.
yeah, it's
That's
cold.
what I thought.
My bad, my bad, my
It's
bad.
just a cult.
Yeah, zombies in Shaun of the
just-
Dead,
it
and then the
applies.
death cult.
And
Nah.
you can watch World's
That's
End,
fair.
too.
Yeah, and you can watch World's End. Do
Isn't
the-
that aliens? Isn't that aliens?
Whatever.
no,
You could watch
it's
it.
like
You
a-
could
I
watch
guess
it.
fits the theme.
Yeah.
I didn't think World's End was as good as Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the
No.
Dead.
I didn't think so
Hot Fuzz,
either.
no, but Hot Fuzz is the best one. Hot
Yeah,
Fuzz
nah.
is better than Shaun of the Dead.
Watch Shaun of the Dead
Oh,
and
I
then
like
watch
Shaun
Hot
of the
Fuzz.
Dead more.
Oh no,
I
I,
think
like Hot Fuzz. I think
I
Hot
like
Fuzz
Hot
is a
Fuzz
better
Hot
movie.
Fuzz
yeah.
is the.
Yeah.
I prefer Shaun of the Dead. That's my
Is
favorite
That is.
zombie movie.
What's his best movie?
Baby Driver.
It's not Hot Fuzz.
Artistically, I think it is
I'm between
Driver.
Baby Driver and Hot Fuzz.
I'm between Last Night in Soho.
Oh, no.
I'm
his,
just kidding.
I
I'm
take that
just
back.
kidding.
I take his best movie is Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, that's fair. I
Oh,
forgot about
that's
that.
fair.
I'm
yeah.
still between Baby Driver and Hot Fuzz.
Oh, I have a recommendation now then.
Yeah. What is it?
Because before it wasn't a recommendation.
It was because I wasn't sure what to say.
No, I think it was a good choice. I like.
What was it? Ratatouille.
No, the werewolf.
Oh.
Werewolf Bar Mitzvah.
Oh, Werewolf Bar Mitzvah is a good one.
It's a spooky, scary. Attack the Block.
That's a good
Oh, I
one.
guess that is scary.
Yeah, also produced by well, not Joe Cornish, right?
No, it's directed by Joe Cornish, but it's produced by Edgar Wright.
Yeah. Watch Attack the Block. John Boyega's first breakout role. It was awesome. I love that movie.
All right. Excellent.
Dang, you really got me with the Army of Darkness.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And
But you
Hot
do
Fuzz,
one
too.
recommendation.
You're right, but it's just like we
You
only
can't
get to do this
recommend
once a
every-
year.
It's okay.
You
it's
can't
okay, it's
recommend
okay.
everything.
I just did two.
It's okay,
You did
it's
two
okay.
too. You hypocrite. You did two
You
too.
did 4, bro.
I did not do 4. How did I do 4?
You did. What
I
was the first one?
technically did 3.
Yeah.
'cause-
Ratatouille 3?
I did Frankenstein. That's
You
it.
did Frankenstein. What else?
No, Nightmare was my favorite thing. It was my recommendation. All right.
Maybe it's your favorite.
There you go.
But
But you should watch Nightmare. Now it's my recommendation.
2.
this one isn't
Three.
artistic. This one's more of just like I grew up watching it.
Mhm.
The Halloween Town series. Those are just like random Disney movies that I liked watching.
Interesting. I've never seen that.
I think it's
I'm
like,
getting
I
thumbs
think it
up.
was just a younger thing. It was
Okay.
like kids, like it was a Disney Channel movie, and just watching them. Yeah, I don't know. They have a very, like, obviously in the name Halloween Town, it's just a very fall Halloween vibe. So
Cool.
I'll say those.
Awesome. Maybe I'll check those out. Pretty cool. So, in this very spooky, scary season, it may feel like you got a lot of stuff to watch. Guess what? We just dropped like 10 to 12 new titles, right?
Get to it.
Feel overwhelmed. Turn off the lights. Huddle close to someone you love, because you never know when they might be gone.
Drink a pumpkin spice latte.
Stay spooky.
Keep on spooking.